complicated biologic systems and disease states. Yet with keen insight and intellect, Louise keeps her patients balanced between deadly clots and fatal hemorrhage. I only wish that the Wizard of Oz would pay her a visit. The only difference between Louise and a great doctor is the trivial piece of paper adorned by a gold seal in the name of some medical school. Our family was without a doubt incomplete until the arrival of my baby sister Charlotte. It's funny how some distant memories stick with us. I am remarkably capable of forgetting the plot as well as the characters of a movie even before the movie is over. But from long ago, I remember a TV Western where a herd of wild buffalo were stampeding toward a terrified group of people. And at the very last moment, a pure white albino buffalo appeared and the stampede suddenly stopped. Chaos and danger were transformed and the wild buffalo paused to peacefully graze. Charlotte was that white buffalo in our family. Our arduous hours of traveling across the country packed with like sardines in a can, there were certain rules of the road. Jimmy, of course, had to be planted firmly between my mom and dad. Wherever any other tension arose, Charlotte could be inserted to calm the storm. I'm really not sure that I can... Yeah, there's chaos. I'm not sure that I can specify what it is about Charlotte that creates this undeniable effect. There is no one kinder. Her quiet, unpretentious, and youthful demeanor is amazing. Aggression and confrontation are simply not part of her nature. It's hard for me to describe my vision of who my mom was. Moving from Poughkeepsie to Litchfield did not entail crossing an ocean, but she was willing to tackle the chores of a farm and put up with the unpleasantries ranging from poison ivy to Lyme disease-laden ticks. She was courageous and determined to make the world a better place. Though Annie can seem paralyzed by concern sometimes, she is certainly not the master of worrying that my mom was. No one could be more concerned about and dedicated to the well-being of their children than my mom was. Many people wrote notes to us following my mom's death, recalled in those notes how special it was to sit in our kitchen. And for me, one of the ingredients that made it special was the constant presence of classical music in the air. Although it is especially true for Jimmy, music has always been a source of joy and order for all of us in the family. There was little that Mom enjoyed more in the later part of her life than a live concert on a warm summer evening in Northwest Connecticut. And she shared that with some of the people that are here. Mom was incredibly conscientious in her intellectual pursuits, just like Louise. And in politics, just as in medicine, insight comes from dissecting the issues and clearly understanding the subject. And lastly, above all, Mom was kind, caring, and above all, non-violent. She could rant about how all Republicans are vile, but then invite the most conservative Litchfielder to sit down with her for tea and pie. And so I hope you can see that what I'm trying to say is that I've always held my mom in the highest regard. The 6 of us children include 5 healthcare providers and a farmer, so I hardly need to point out that one other individual had a great influence on all of us.